Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games, talk game design. We're back with more Stereo Aereo, the rhythm space rock game.
Music?
Did we mute the TV? Oh, there it is.
No. Okay, good.
We took some time in between episodes. Robo monsters.
Robo monsters.
Yeah, not many humans nor machines dare to go here.
Some robo butt. So I don't know if this is intentional, but you can also shoot the non-breakable things to get more points.
Huh. Well, something they haven't really talked about.
So I think this is the point of the game where it actually starts, like, for lack of better words, get fun, because the rhythm starts being a lot more present. It gets challenging. Oop. Oh, right. And it starts mixing things up in more interesting ways.
Yeah, it gets a little more challenging, so it doesn't feel like a tutorial anymore.
Yeah, and plus, like, with a two-mechanic game, right, of, like, move and shoot, I think it better combines the challenges that utilize those mechanics.
The other thing I noticed is your shots only go so far, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that prevents you from just, like, firing at everything on the screen.
It's actually, I'm happy you mentioned that too, because that is, like, the thing that keeps our shots within rhythm.
Yes.
Because, yeah, otherwise we could shoot them way ahead of time, and it would just kind of
rhythm off.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to being able to break the game because you destroy all the obstacles in the path.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course, of the enemies get to shoot as far as they want. I like this music. Oops. Oops, oops.
Oh my.
So I don't know if Nathan looked sleepy in the last episode. But we definitely, he took like a mini nap.
For lack of a better term, yes.
Mini nap and coffee.
I was dead.
So, I guess I feel like they possibly could have had different challenges going on in this, but I don't really know what you could do more than this. I guess we could make that our question of the day too, is, you know, what kind of challenges would you design for this?
Actually, I had a different one, and I guess that's something we could talk about. Like, the only mechanics that exist right now are just moving left and right and shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised to see that, like, there's nothing else, like a boost function. I don't mean like literally moving fast, but like jumping over something, or like a dodge, or
just like
this shield, or you know
I totally get what you mean. Something that, like, basically a third mechanic. See, like, that stuff is kind of garbage in the level design where I have to jump twice, unless there's there's no, like, jump to. Maybe that's what I'd like, is like a jump to kind of thing. 2 lines.
How do you know they have groove? I don't see them moving around. Oh man.
It's like a boss battle, except with the bullets that I hate.
And they're all wearing hats like Axel. No. Slash.
So
I'm a fool. Forgive me.
You're terrible. So here's something interesting, and I think I could have mentioned this in the last episode too, but I needed to shoot him.
I was gonna say, is there a time like when you actually shoot them?
Yeah, I wonder if he'll come back, because I'm pretty sure I was supposed to shoot him. Maybe I just don't get the points.
The ending of the game because he's still alive.
That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So they're shooting on the rhythm now. I'm not dodging on the rhythm, but I think that's worth pointing out because it kind of like
Do you
changes.
think that they timed both of them? Maybe like that they shoot on a rhythm and you dodge.
Maybe. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Actually, that might be the case. I think that would make the most sense because then everything kind of fits theme, you know? I think it might have been level 2 that they did something weird with how they worked the rhythm, because there wasn't a strong melody. Usually they based the rhythm off of the melody that's happening in the song, rather than like a drum beat kind of thing. But they actually did that. They switched from basing it off of the melody, and they switched it to like, I hit the wrong button. Oops. But they did that. They switched it from like the melody to like an undertone melody, and they did it without saying anything, and it kind of works. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's worth talking about how it's important to like be consistent, because you can really throw things off, you know.
Unless that was their intention, but I don't know.
That's true.
I didn't really notice it, but I probably couldn't hear it at the same time, so.
That's true.
I guess we'll just wait around for you to finally beat this level, because you suck so much. Yeah.
That was actually the first time I've ever died, to be fair. But
From the top.
That's also what happens when you talk during a rhythm game.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, we've
If
tried it
anyone's
with
seen
Cryptid the Necrodancer, and
yeah, there's a reason why we generally don't play rhythm games on the show. I actually really like them, though.
they're a lot of fun. They're just really hard to talk about when you're playing them.
Yes. Be really weird if we played something like Rock Band on the show.
No. In case you were thinking it, like actually thinking it for a moment, no.
No. I'd have to find all the equipment. That equipment was expensive, too.
Yeah.
It's amazing that they ever made money on that.
That's how they made money on it.
I guess it's true.
So I noticed that they're like utilizing, reusing a lot of the same assets.
We are ready for the studio.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily so bad, but they
It's
reuse
efficient.
it. It's efficient, but like they reuse it by just using different materials on the assets, because like these meteorites look kind of the same as or these little asteroids look kind of the same as the space garbage. I don't think it is the same asset. It's just the shape is kind of reminiscent, or the same, because it's just random debris. So there's not much distinction other than the material, which that I think is okay. We'll see in later levels though, they reused the space junk asset
That's what I'm talking.
as like I don't know, burnt magma debris. But you can't actually shoot it
You need to practice.
to break it.
It's
It's
a little confusing.
yeah. It
I also wish that the color of them wasn't purple, which is the same color of the background.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, we can talk about the aesthetic a little bit, because
There's a lot of things aesthetically that are done right in this game. Like they give it a really strong feeling. Just this like 80s synth rock style. And it looks like at any point your ship should combine together to make Voltron, and I love that.
that's a really good point. And even like using purple as probably like the primary color for most pieces makes a lot of sense, because like 80s sci-fi was very purpley.
It was neon, like a lot of neons in general.
I do think that they could use some things to differentiate assets a little bit more, in terms of things that can like we have to shoot, or things that could hit us. But it's not so bad. It's pretty easy to see them regardless.
You should not kill any of them this time, because I don't care about your high score. I want to see if anything happens.
I don't think anything will happen. I don't think there's any kind of branching
Dude, would you
narrative.
stop getting hit?
So it's the four that group together that force you to go all the way into one end that always confuses me.
Aha, you missed one.
Damn it.
Now you got to go through with it.
You're right. Oh. Dang it.
And that is a little confusing. I understand.
See what I mean? I feel like if I had a chance to design something like this, I'd just make sure that they kind of fall into their row earlier.
Jerk.
Only the red one gets to live, because he's the best color.
He's the fastest.
Yeah. Didn't even need to move.
I also want to point out that they're like, the characters are like, God, you suck so much. Oh my God.
How can these thugs afford to have those kind of ships?
Yeah, how can we afford to have those kind of ships that blow up in one hit to your sonic waves?
That's a good point, actually.
Watch out.
How do we afford this shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like, you got a baller ship. This is the kind of game that like I totally expect like a dragon to come shooting out of the asteroid. This is badass.
It's definitely the kind of song that would match that, too.
Heck yeah.
Here we go. Oh, thought that was my chance. The time to shine.
It's one of those ones where you're never looking at where your ship actually is. You're always looking at what's being projected at the time.
I was actually just thinking that, too. And I think how they handle that in the art works really, really well, too. Because it highlights the row that you're in. So as long as you have a sense of like how far back the obstacles are, it actually makes it really easy for the player to remember where they are. So I think that was a really, really smart UI choice.
I didn't even like realize that it just kind of it's integrated, like it's intuitive when you're playing it.
Yeah,
I didn't realize they
exactly.
were highlighted. I was like, oh yeah, I guess they are.
The row you're in too kind of pulses too, which I don't know if that actually matches the rhythm at all, or if that's just like a pulse that's just constant. But I feel like it's kind of metronome-y.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's prominent enough to really like utilize, but I guess it helps draw your eye to that spot too. Yeah, what?
You ain't got no asteroids protecting you.
You ain't nothing.
Okay.
You dead.
Aww.
Lame. Right on. Now let's get to that concert.
Right on.
Yeah.
Stereo Aereo, you seriously need to watch this.
After a series of strange events throughout the galaxy, another gangster has been taken into custody by the police.
I like these little comic-y
That this common
scenes.
thief belongs to an amateur band called Stereo Aereo, who are also being chased by intergalactic authorities for a series of felonies.
What? Amateur? That really bums me out, man.
I told you guys, Stereo Aereo sounds like an amateur name.
Come on, guys. Let's not
Some faith she has in the band.
We need our drummer, or we won't be able to play at the concert, remember?
So that's who we left behind. We left our drummer behind because he went to the bathroom, and they threw him in prison.
Oh, that's amazing.
Intergalactic prison.
Oh,
You can always
drummer
use the drum
joke.
machine.
People sound like cheap synthetic music.
We don't have much of a choice. Is it that or prison?
Where can we find one anyway?
Just leave that to me. I think I know the right place.
So they're just sort of like, oh well, fine.
Like, well, sucks for this dude. Let's go get a sweet drum machine.
Amazing.
Which I was really hoping that we would go into prison and rescue him and get like a fourth character.
That would have been cool.
We should have made that.
Not that it would have really made much of a difference, right? 'Cause it just-
Unlockable character? Unlockable character should be the drum machine.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
No way, punk.
Walk on home, boy.
Oh,
Pleased. Yes.
walk on home, boy.
What? Oh, I can't shoot them. Right.
How can you tell?
Because I tried shooting him and got hit.
Fair enough.
So this is kind of like, from a level design teaching the player kind of thing, these guys are functioning kind of like those bullets, but I feel like we actually get a little bit more time to anticipate where they are. Oh, we shoot those right. So I think they're at that point where it's like they kind of let the player use what they've already learned and kind of figure things out. Because like it only makes sense that I would shoot those things because they block all 4 or all 5 rows, right? So there's literally no other option.
It teaches you that you have to shoot them, but here you have a clear gap.
Ow, wrong direction.
Well, we're going over on this one.
That's all right. So, oh, that just kills you.
I guess we're good.
All right. Well, in the next episode,
Question of the day. I guess challenge of the day really is designing another mechanic that you could use. We talked about like a boost jump or was anything like design another thing that you can do.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Be sure to vote on what you want us to play next.
Do it.
We'll see you next time.
Do it next time. See you.